Life isn't a struggle. It's a game. But oh, how many are losing simply because they never read the rulebook? You wake up each day thinking you're at the mercy of chance, of fate, of luck. But no, darling, you're a player. You're holding the controller. You're making the moves. Every thought you think is a turn. Every word you speak is a button pressed. And yet people wonder why the screen keeps flashing game over. The reason: they're stuck in a scarcity mindset. They're playing with fear instead of faith. They're dodging blessings because they believe they don't deserve them. Let me tell you, the universe is not your enemy. It's your teammate, but it responds to your command. If you walk around saying, "I never win," the game listens. If you shout, "This always happens to me," it says, "Confirmed." You see, your word is your wand. Your belief is your joystick. You get what you expect. That's why you must learn to expect the best, even when the scoreboard says you're behind. Because here's the secret: the real scoreboard is invisible. It's based on spiritual law, the law of expectancy, the law of substitution, the law of karma. And guess what? You can reset your game at any time. You can shift from fear to faith in a single breath. You can change your mindset and change your outcome. But first, you must wake up and realize, this is a game of life, and you're not here to lose. You're here to win. You're here to conquer. You're here to master the invisible and watch it manifest the visible. And it all begins with one thought, one sentence, one affirmation, one bold move. What are you saying today? I am unlucky. Then that's your code. I can't afford it. Then that's your screen freeze. Nothing ever works out. Then that's your lockout. But say this instead: I now prepare for the perfect game. Every move I make is guided. Every level is aligned. Every treasure is mine by divine right. Feel that shift. That's a cheat code. That's spiritual audacity. That's claiming your prize before it even appears. You don't wait to see it. You believe to receive it. Because the real masters of this game, they speak it, then they see it. They claim it, then they collect it. They let go of fear, lack, and doubt, and play with power, peace, and precision. But most of all, they don't just wish for the win. They expect it. Expectation is the vibration that sets everything in motion. It's the start button, the fire up, the go of the game. And when you expect a miracle, you activate the laws that bring it to life. So stop living like you're trapped on level 1. You're not. The door is open. The power is in your mouth. The key is in your belief. And the moment you speak your truth, the game changes, the universe reroutes, the odds collapse, the path opens. All because you dared to speak as if it's already done. That's how you win. That's how you rise. That's how you play the game of life with mastery. And the best part: you don't need years of study. You don't need to memorize every line. You just need to know the rules and apply them. Rule 1, your word creates. Rule 2, your faith directs. Rule 3, your giving multiplies. And Rule 4, the game is rigged, in your favor, if you're bold enough to believe it. So the question is, are you still playing small? Are you still waiting for a sign? Or are you ready to play to win? Speak it now. Affirm it now. Expect it now. Because once you decide, the game shifts. The pieces move. The board changes. And the victory that was waiting on you finally becomes yours. That's the truth. That's the secret. That's the power. Welcome to the real game. Now press start, and never look back. You thought this was going to be fast and simple, right? Well, life sometimes is simple, but simplicity doesn't always look simple. You see, most people wake up every morning thinking they're stuck in a grind, pushing uphill, battling obstacles as if they were the enemy, and never once stop to realize the game of life has different rules than what they've been playing by. They think it's about struggle and survival, when really it's about alignment and mastery. And that distinction, my dear, is the difference between the playbook of fear and the cheat code of faith. So lean in, clear your throat, and say this in your mind with Meg: life isn't a struggle, it's a game. And until you change your rules, you can't change your score. The first rule of this game, as I whispered in part 1, is simple: you are not a powerless player. You are the creator. The energy behind the player, the consciousness deciding the moves. Your thoughts are the moves you make, but the pattern powering them. That comes from your subconscious. That deep well of belief that doesn't hear logic. It only obeys what you repeat, what you impress upon it. So if you've been acting like lack is your enemy and fear is your base camp, you'll continue to lose, level after level. See the game over, flashing on your screen again and again. But if you change your command pulses, if you start sending affirmations like missiles of abundance, expectation, blessing, then the game of life shifts into your favor, and suddenly you're the high-score player, not the underdog you think. That sounds like fluff, Florence. But here, Meg, the spiritual cheat codes are only cheesy to those who can't read them. Faith is not fiction. It's the baseline vibration of reality, the code we all were born on. Your second move in this game is about words. Loose words make loose worlds, and tight, bold words make tight, empowered realities. Every sentence you speak sets up a power-up or a trap, so you must watch your tongue like it's your joystick, because that joystick is steering the form of your life. Think about it. When you say, "Can't afford that," or "Things always go wrong for me," the game hears you, it registers your choice, and it places a block on your path. But when you say, "All things are working for me, prosperity is my game board," that's not denial. That's alignment, and alignment changes the map. The third rule. Giving is the hind score bonus. This is where the game gets mystical. It's not sealed by your skill, but unlocked by your heart. When you give, whether money, time, love, you're not losing, you're triggering growth. The game sees your generosity and adds invisible treasure chests, unexpected pixel drops of grace. You might think, that doesn't make sense. Given life disappears. But oh, that's fear talking again. The real code giving circulates supply. And notice, I didn't say, give until you have nothing. I said, give as faith, not as poverty. That's the cheat. Give from overflow, even when it looks like your tank is low, because when you do, unseen coins roll in from divine corners. Now, here's your connection point. What good is knowing these rules if you don't plug them into your gameplay today? You don't need to write a manifesto. You just need one move, one phrase, one giving, and that single act rewires your joystick. So stop thinking about how broken your life is and start thinking about how well you can reboot it with aligned moves. And listen, I'm holding your hand as your spiritual player too, so when you feel the urge, the whisper, the bold impulse to speak a better word, to think a true thought, to give a sacred gift, do it. Do it and say, I just played God's mode, because you did. That's your secret weapon. You don't have to wait for magic. Magical law moves with emotion, flake action. You want winning. You act like you're winning. You speak as if you've already won. You give like you're already rich, and then you hold still, and the universe delivers. This is the loop. Faith, speak, give, receive, repeat. That's how you stop rebooting your game and start mastering it. Move by move, level by level, from scarcity to sovereignty, from struggle to strategy. Game on. And now I say again, the game does not respond to fear, it responds to faith. Most people are not losing because they lack intelligence, opportunity, or even effort. They are losing because they are playing on the wrong frequency. Imagine tuning into a radio station, trying to hear music on a static, filled channel. That's what happens when you speak one thing and believe another. The universe, the game board of life, does not respond to confusion. It responds to clarity. So I repeat, declare what you desire with clarity and speak it until the game aligns with you. You cannot win the game by copying someone else's path. Your level is your own. Your design is unique. Too many are trapped in comparison mode, thinking their life should look like another's. But in the game of life, comparison is the quickest way to lose energy. It drains your power-ups. You're wasting your inner currency. And I tell you, life rewards bold moves, not borrowed blueprints. Speak your own truth, walk your own path, and the doors meant for you will open with ease. And listen closely, your enemy is not failure. Your enemy is doubt. Doubt is the silent controller of delay. It rewrites your winning code in the background while you wonder why things aren't working. I've seen it again and again. The student says the right words, but beneath the words, there is fear, there is hesitation. But this game only responds to conviction, not partial belief, full faith. So what do you believe? Are you speaking from alignment, or are you just repeating words while expecting defeat? This is where most go wrong. They say, I want abundance, but in the next breath they say, I can't afford it. They declare, I am healed, but then they speak about the illness with reverence. They affirm love, but expect rejection. The game of life sees every move, not just the ones you make in public, but the ones you whisper to yourself when no one is watching. Your thoughts are the joystick, your emotions are the vibration, and your words are the trigger that activate your next level. Use them wisely. Speak them like spells. Speak them like you're creating your world. Because you are. I tell you again, the rules are simple. Think with intention, speak with conviction, give with joy, and walk with certainty. That's how you level up. That's how you unlock the hidden paths. And remember, even when you fall, because you will fall, you are never out of the game. The real player doesn't quit after a setback. The real player sees failure as feedback. You adjust your moves, you rewrite your code, and you try again with stronger belief. And here's the loop. The reminder I must press again into your soul. Life is not something happening to you. It's responding to you. It's reacting to your commands. You are not a background character. You are the coder, the speaker, the director of this game. So if something isn't working, look not at the game board. Look within. What button are you pressing? What word are you looping? What fear are you still feeding? Let me tell you a secret many never grasp. The cheat code is gratitude. Yes, gratitude rewires the entire map. It speeds up your progress. It multiplies blessings. Even when you have little, if you bless it, it grows. Gratitude is a sacred key, and when combined with belief in bold words, it becomes unstoppable. So if you're ever unsure of your next move, pause, breathe, and say thank you. Say thank you in advance for the blessing that is already coming. Say thank you for the unseen, the unknown, the miracle in motion. Say thank you like the game is already won, because it is. And now, another truth. Giving is the score multiplier. Some play to get. The masters play to give. The more you give, not from force, but from overflow, the more your game accelerates. It seems backwards to the logical mind. But this game is spiritual. It doesn't obey worldly laws. It obeys divine law. And divine law says, give and it is given unto you. Not later, maybe, but always. Life mirrors generosity. Life reflects energy. Life becomes what you send. Are you sending love or resentment? Are you offering peace or passive aggression? Are you showing up with intention or just coasting in autopilot? These things matter. Every choice is a move. Every word is a code. Every thought is a seed. And the harvest always matches the seed. Let me press deeper. Because repetition awakens the mind. Your word is your wand. You don't need complex rituals. You don't need endless affirmations. You need sincere, consistent, focused declarations. Speak once with belief and it's stronger than 1,000 hollow repetitions. So don't just say it. Know it, feel it, embody it. Say, everything is working out for me. Say, I am aligned with my divine design. Say, nothing can block what is divinely mine. These are not just words. These are game changers. Say them until your world starts rearranging. And if you're still stuck, if you're still doubting, I tell you this, start acting as if. Act as if the breakthrough is already here. Live like the love has arrived. Walk like the healing is done. Move like the money is flowing. This is not delusion. This is faith in motion. Faith without action is fantasy. But faith with action, that's manifestation. And the moment you shift, the moment you align your thoughts, words, and actions, the game shifts with you. You'll find synchronicities lining up, doors opening, delays vanishing, people showing up out of nowhere. Because when you play with divine alignment, the whole universe plays with you. So I ask you now, are you ready to reset your game? Are you ready to drop the old programming, the fear-based code, and pick up your wand again? Because it's in your hand. It always has been. The game isn't about luck. It's about alignment. It's not about effort. It's about vibration. And it's not about waiting. It's about declaring. So speak now. Speak as one who knows the truth. Speak as the winner of this game of life. And remember, your next level starts the moment you stop playing small. Are you ready to change your game? Say yes, not just with your lips. Say yes with your life. Say yes with your decisions. Say yes with your generosity. Say yes with your gratitude. Because once you do, the entire game bends in your favor. Life isn't a struggle, it's a game. And you were never meant to play it in fear, lack, or confusion. You were born to win, to live with spiritual audacity, to walk boldly onto the board of life and declare you're good. But somewhere along the way, someone convinced you that the game was against you. They told you that success was for the lucky, that love was rare, that health was fragile, and that money was hard to come by. And you believed it. You began to move cautiously, speak fearfully, and give sparingly. But let me remind you of the truth. So your thoughts are the moves, your words are the power-ups, your giving is your bonus round, and your faith, that deep, unshakable knowing, is your game controller. You've been taught to look outside for the scoreboard, when all the while, the victory screen is within. The game is not controlled by others, by fate, or by chance. It is shaped by your consciousness. Speak limitation, and limitation appears. Speak abundance, and doors unlock. That is the first rule of the game. The game responds to the word. Every declaration you make is a command to the universe. Say, nothing ever works for me, and you will be proven right. But say, everything is always working out for me, and the tide will turn. It must. The game of life has only one cheat code, your unwavering belief in divine order. Not just saying it, but knowing it, feeling it in your bones when everything around you seems to collapse. Because here's the secret, loss is just a reset button. A delay is a divine detour. A no is just a not yet. So loop this truth in your heart, Nothing can block what is divinely mine. Say it in the morning. Say it when your heart feels heavy. Say it when the doors seem closed. And then say it again. The moment you decide to win, really decide, is the moment the universe starts shifting the pieces in your favor. The moment you align your word with your will, and your will with faith, the invisible forces begin to gather. The game of life doesn't reward struggle. It responds to certainty. Not arrogance, but spiritual confidence. The kind of confidence that says, even if I can't see the path, I know it's there. And when you play like that, you become magnetic. Opportunities chase you. Peace finds you. Love recognizes you. Because you're finally playing your role. Not someone else's script, not society's rules, but your soul's blueprint. You were never meant to hustle for what is already yours. You were meant to speak it, bless it, release it, and allow it. Do not chase a line. Do not beg, command. Not with ego, but with spiritual authority. The same power that created worlds gave you the ability to co-create. When you speak with intention, when you give with joy, when you move with faith, the game responds. Every setback becomes a setup. Every challenge becomes a training ground. And every so-called failure is just feedback that something greater is coming. So stop playing small. Stop repeating the old narrative. Stop accepting defeat as final. The only reason the level feels hard is because you haven't unlocked your power. And your power lies in the word. I am divinely guided. That's a move. Unexpected doors are opening for me. That's a power up. I am now in alignment with my highest good. That's a high score. You don't need more luck. You need more alignment. More clarity. More courage to say what you want and mean it. Because the game can't deliver what you won't name. It can't bless what you curse. It can't amplify what you doubt. So speak like a winner. Think like a victor. Give like one who already has. That's how you win the game of life. Not in fear, but in faith. Not in hesitation, but in boldness. Loop this truth until it lives in your bones. I am always divinely led to right action. Even when things go silent, the game is still playing. Even in the pause, your next move is forming. Even in the valley, the mountaintop exists. The game was never designed to break you. It was designed to awaken you, to call forth your power, to test your faith, to grow your soul. So embrace the obstacles. They are part of your training. Embrace the delays. They are part of your development. You can't lose what is divinely yours. And if you feel like you've lost it, perhaps it wasn't yours. Or perhaps, just perhaps, it's on its way back, upgraded. You are not a victim in this game. You are a player. You are a co-creator. And your only job is to stay in alignment. That's the magic. That's the formula. And if you're still listening, here's your next move. Say out loud. Everything is aligning for my highest good. Say it again. Say it until your mind stops resisting. Say it until your energy rises. Say it until doors start opening. This isn't just a game, it's your life. And it's time to play it like you believe you were born to win. Say it with me now, not as a wish, but as a knowing. I now welcome the miracle that's already mine. The scoreboard is updating. The pieces are shifting. The new level is loading. Are you ready to play from victory instead of for it? Then let your word lead the way. Let your faith set the tone. Let your giving unlock the gates. And above all, remember this: you're not late, you're not behind, and you haven't lost. You're simply learning the rules of a game you were always meant to win. So press start, speak boldly, move faithfully, and play to win. Follow for more cheat codes. Because the game is on, and the winner is the one who believes. Life gives you the level you believe you're ready for. You see, the game doesn't reward panic. It rewards preparation. It doesn't give bonuses to the frantic. It gives them to the focused. So ask yourself, are you playing like a spiritual champion, or just reacting like a beginner every time an obstacle appears? The truth is, most people play the game of life like they're walking through a dark forest, with no map, no torch, and no belief that they can even reach the end. But what if I told you the torch is already in your hand? The words you speak light the way. Every time you say, I can't, you dim that light. Every time you say, I'm guided, I'm protected, I'm provided for, the forest opens, the shadows lift, and the path appears. That's not magic, it's spiritual law. And spiritual law is more fixed than gravity. It doesn't change for moods, it doesn't shift for circumstance. It only mirrors belief. That's the rule. Let's go deeper. Imagine you're holding a controller. The joystick is your thought, the buttons are your words, and the energy you bring to the game. Your attitude, your belief, your expectation, is the battery that powers it all. Now, you wouldn't play a game by constantly pressing the quit button, would you? And yet so many people do just that, mentally resigning before the challenge even begins. They say, It's too hard. I'm not lucky. Things never work out for me. And the game responds, game over. But when you say, I am divinely guided, I expect miracles, nothing can stop what is divinely mine, the screen lights up again. New level, new opportunities, new life. Don't forget the game has side quests. Those are the little acts of kindness, generosity, forgiveness. They may seem small, but they boost your score in ways you can't even see. Give when you feel empty, forgive when it feels unfair, help when you think no one's watching. Those are spiritual power-ups. The game rewards that energy tenfold. And guess what? You don't lose anything by giving. You only make space for more. The law is this: give, and it comes rushing back. That's not just a principle. That's a cheat code, and most players miss it. Now let's talk about enemies. In every game, there are villains, traps, and moments of fear. But the real enemy isn't the obstacle. It's the doubt inside you. The real trap is the belief that what you see is all there is. And the greatest boss battle is with your own limited thinking. So how do you win? You speak the victory before you see it. You affirm the abundance before the bank account changes. You praise the healing before the symptoms disappear. That's how you override the programming. You rewrite the code with your words. Let me show you the loop again. Because this is how the game is really designed. Your thought creates an image. That image creates a feeling. That feeling turns into belief. That belief becomes your reality. And the reality feeds back into the thought. Break the loop at the level of the word. Say something different. Even when you don't feel it. Especially when you don't feel it. Because faith isn't a feeling. It's an action. It's pressing start, even when the screen is black, trusting that the light is about to appear. And it always does. Now imagine the game's HUD. The heads-up display. What's on it? Health, wealth, peace, confidence, love. But for most people it just shows fear, lack, resentment, regret. Why? Because they never picked up the right tools. The word is your tool. Affirmation is your weapon. Forgiveness is your shield. And gratitude, that's your ultimate healing potion. Say thank you before the blessing shows up, and you speed it into your life. Say thank you, even for the delay, and you shift timelines. Gratitude is not a reaction. It's a decision. And in this game, that decision changes everything. You might ask, how do I stay in this vibration when the world is trying to drag me down? The answer is repetition. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Every time fear shows up, respond with faith. Every time lack whispers, shout abundance. This is not delusion, it's direction. You're directing the energy. And the energy listens. It always listens. Let's revisit the cheat code. The one line that flips the game. I cast this burden on the Christ within, and I go free. Use it. Speak it. Whenever fear grips you, use it. Whenever confusion clouds you, use it. That one phrase tells the universe, see, I'm done carrying what I was never meant to hold. I'm ready to win. And the moment you speak it, the heaviness lifts. Doors unlock. Clarity returns. That's how fast this game responds when you know the code. Now let's loop it again, because repetition is how the subconscious rewrites itself. Life is not random. Life is not unfair. Life is not chaos, it is a reflection, a mirror, a game. And the rules are simple: think right, speak right, give freely, forgive quickly, expect good, and you will win. Every time. So what's the biggest myth? That you have no control. That you're just a pawn. No, darling, you're the player, the designer, the scriptwriter. You get to say how this level ends. Speak as if the victory already happened. Praise as if the answer is already here. And don't just say it once. Say it every hour if you have to. That's how you override the old game. That's how you install a new one. Remember the visuals now. Picture the game over screen. Black, dull, final. But then,
Ping! New game appears!
Bright colors, joyful music, a fresh start. That's the power of your decision. You pressed restart with your words. You didn't have to change the past. You only had to speak the future. And the universe said yes. If you're feeling stuck, remember the game is waiting for you to move. The moment you do, even just a little, help arrives. The angels move. The pieces shift. What looked impossible yesterday becomes normal today. That's how fast divine order works. But it needs you to speak it first. Speak it with faith. Speak it with joy. Speak it like a winner. And so I say, unexpected doors fly open. Unexpected channels are free. What is divinely mine now rushes to me. Say it again. Let your whole being vibrate with it. That's your new startup screen. That's how you enter this next level. You're not just a player. You're the victor. The game of life bends to your word. So speak it with boldness. Play it with joy. And never forget, you've already won. You're playing the game of life. But here's the plot twist, missus. You're not here to earn the win. You're here to align with it. You don't struggle toward abundance. You unlock it. You don't chase love. You speak it, live it, and it finds you. This game was never designed to be hard. It was designed to be mastered by faith. You've been handed the controller, but the power is in your word. Speak defeat, and the level gets darker. Speak victory, and the lights come on. It's not magic. It's divine law. Most people are losing because they're playing by the world's rules. Fear, doubt, competition. But the real rules, the spiritual rules, they are abundance, trust, declaration, belief. You want to move to the next level. Then stop asking how, and start saying, I know. That's the cheat code. That's how you win. Let's rewind. Why do most players stay stuck? Because they try to control the visible instead of commanding the invisible. But the game of life begins in the invisible realm. In the thought, the word, the belief. You speak it first, then you see it. You imagine it first, then it forms. This is not superstition. It is spiritual science. Your imagination is your game map, your preview screen. If you can see it there, you can play it here. But if you allow fear to enter your vision, your game glitches. The moment you say, it's not working, you cancel the level you were about to unlock. You break your own miracle. So stop quitting mid-level. Stop calling in defeat. If the screen is frozen, it's not broken. It's buffering. Your word is downloading. Trust the lag. Keep the affirmation running. Let's go deeper. There's a reason I call this a game. Because games are meant to be played with joy. That's right. Joy is a winning frequency. Worry is not power. It's poison. You don't win by overthinking, analyzing, stressing. You win by declaring what's already yours and stepping into the vibration of receiving. When you believe, you activate. When you praise, you multiply. When you expect, you attract. Think of it this way, every time you bless someone else's win, your game speeds up. Every time you give joyfully, your spiritual currency increases. Give bitterness and your level collapses. Give cheerfully and you hit the jackpot. The scoreboard doesn't lie. Your thoughts, your words, your emotions are tracking every moment. But here's the gifting: you can reset at any moment. Just like a game, you can restart without shame. You can hit new level with one declaration of truth. Say this with me: I now command divine order. I now align with the perfect outcome. Nothing is against me. Everything is unfolding for me. Say that daily. Say it hourly if you must. Your game listens. The spiritual laws are always working, but what they bring you depends on what you believe. Your faith is the lever. Your word is the switch. Let me ask Yug, what level are you stuck on? Finances, love, peace. Let's decode it. If you're always saying, I never have enough, then the game hears. Repeat level, lack. If you say, no one ever chooses me, then the game gives you more rejection. But if you flip the script, and you say, divine supply is mine now, or I am divinely chosen in love, the game shifts, the screen changes, the characters realign. That's how powerful your voice is. That's how powerful your belief is. Speak it, repeat it, loop it until the level moves. Now let's talk about enemies in this game. Not people. No, not them. The only real enemies are fear, resentment, doubt, and comparison. They steal your coins. They block your progress. They make you forget who you are. And worst of all, they delay your win. So what do you do when they show up? You pause, you affirm, you reboot. You say, fear, you have no power here. I now speak divine courage. I move forward in faith. You are not weak. You are a master player learning the rules. And the more you repeat truth, the more power you hold. This is spiritual strategy. This is divine gaming. You must stop speaking against yourself. Every, I can't. Every, I'm not ready. Every, it's too late, is a self-imposed penalty. You're giving yourself a red card and walking off the field. But listen to me. The game isn't over. It's just paused. And you can unpause it by choosing a new belief. This moment right now. This is your resume screen. You can pick up the controller again. You can start winning again. But you must align your heart with faith. Speak like the game is already won. Walk like the promise is already here. That's when the magic happens. That's when the code activates. What's the cheat code again? Let me remind you, your word. Your sacred, powerful, creative, unstoppable word. Say it now: I play the game of life with joy. I speak my win into being. I do not beg, I command. I do not fear, I believe. The moment you declare that, the lights flicker on. The music changes. The opportunities start appearing. Your word opens doors, heals hearts, moves mountains. It is the most powerful force in your game. You know what else makes you win faster? Gratitude? It's the secret weapon. When you're thankful in advance, the game gives you bonuses. When you praise during the problem, the solution multiplies. Don't wait for things to change to feel good. Feel good, and things will change. That's how the game is wired. This is not theory. This is divine design. You are not here to struggle. You are here to remember how to win, and the win is already yours, if you choose it. Do you see it now? The invisible becomes visible through belief. Your faith is not optional. It's essential. This is not superstition. This is the operating system of the universe. You must stop asking, what if I lose? And start declaring, I am chosen to win. Let go of backup plans. Let go of delay tactics. Go all in on belief. Go all in on truth. Go all in on your word. Because the game only responds to those who play full out. No halfway players. No fearful wishers. Only bold affirmers. So here's your daily game plan. Speak your truth, even if the screen looks dark. Give cheerfully, even if your coins are low. Celebrate others' wins, because their victory doesn't take yours. And above all, remember the real scoreboard is within you. It's not about what you see. It's about what you believe before you see. You don't get the win when it shows up. You get the win when you claim it, speak it, praise it, live it. That's when the shift comes. Loop this truth with Meg. Nothing can block what is divinely mine. My path is clear. My win is certain. I now activate divine favor. The game of life responds to my belief. Keep saying that. Let it sink into your spirit. Let it override the fear. Let it rewrite the programming. So, what do you do now? You play. You believe. You declare. And most importantly, you enjoy. Because joy is your spiritual joystick. Play with expectation. Play with praise. Play with peace. And when you do, the game bends in your favor. Every single time. Are you ready? Then say it with Meg. I am a winner in the game of life. I was never meant to struggle. I was meant to speak, believe, and receive. My word is my power. My faith is my controller. And my victory is inevitable. Now go and play to win. You were never meant to play small. You were never meant to crawl through life, begging for breadcrumbs of happiness, scratching at the edges of your own abundance. That is not how the divine designed this game. The truth is shocking in its simplicity. Your supply is unlimited. Your abundance is your birthright. But here's the twist. Until you speak it, you can't see it. That's the rule most people never learn. Your word is your wand, your key, your code. And you've been given the power to use it, but you must learn the rhythm of right speech. Say it wrong, and the game glitches. Say it right, and it unlocks levels you never dreamed existed. Every day, people speak their losses into existence. They talk about lack, worry about money, fear the future, and the game reflects that input. Because the universe, my dear, isn't judging your words. It's responding to them. Like a perfect code machine. It listens, it executes, and it reflects. What you say, it shows. What you affirm, it amplifies. And what you fear, it doesn't protect you from. It delivers. So here's the sacred update. Speak only the good you desire. Because in the game of life, your voice isn't background noise. It's the controller. Now listen close. This part is critical. Florence Scovel Shinn didn't just say your words matter. She said they create. She said they cast. And in the sacred law, casting is the act of forming reality. When you speak with fear, you cast shadows. When you speak with faith, you cast light. So if you want to move from stuck to free, broke to blessed, scared to serene, you need to change your language. Radically, completely, and without apology. Let me make this practical. Imagine you wake up and say, I never have enough. Boom, the game records that. Your supply resets to lack mode. You've just hit pause on your abundance. Now imagine instead, you rise with boldness and declare, everything I need is already rushing toward me. I walk in divine supply. That's not just pretty language. That's the cheat code. That's you taking the controller back from fear and programming your next level. The great error in this game is thinking that the world gives you your supply. It does not. Jobs, people, bank accounts. Those are channels, not sources. And if you confuse the channel for the source, you'll always play desperate. Florence made it clear. The source is infinite. It doesn't run out. It doesn't check your past. It doesn't delay. It flows. But you must open the gate. And the gate swings on the hinges of your words. That's why this part of the game demands high discipline. No more speaking against your good. No more doubting the flow. No more rehearsing fear. Instead, rise daily and speak like the winner you were designed to be. Now, maybe you're thinking, but I've spoken good things and nothing changed. Ah, but were you looping the truth, or just testing it once? Because this game rewards consistency, repetition, unshakable faith. And Florence said, faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly. That means you speak it, believe it, walk like it's yours, even before it shows. That's where most players quit, right before the manifestation loads. But those who loop the truth, those who speak their good daily, those who refuse to let the screen of fear distract them, they always win. You see, abundance is not just money. It's peace, It's favor. It's right place, right time. It's the parking spot when you're late. It's the unexpected gift, the sudden solution, the divine detour that saves you. And all of it, is summoned by your voice. When Florence said, "Man's word is his wand," she wasn't being poetic, she was being prophetic. Because in this game, the wand isn't external, it's internal. It's the word you choose, the tone you carry, the declarations you make in secret when no one's listening but God. So if you've been playing the game of life stuck in a scarcity level, here's the map out: shift your speech. Guard your words. Command your supply. Say things that feel too good to be true, because they're not. Say, "Money comes to me in perfect ways." Say, "I am a magnet for miracles." Say, "Everything I need is lining up now." And don't just say it once. Loop it. Let it become your soundtrack. Say it while washing dishes. Say it while driving. Say it when fear knocks, especially then, because your words don't just describe your life, they decide it. Florence warned, every time you say, "I can't afford it," the universe says, "As you wish." But every time you say, "My supply is infinite and always appears on time," the universe says the same. It says, "As you wish." That's the law. That's the rule. That's the key most people never use. They try to earn abundance, hustle for it, chase it. But in the game of life, it's not hustle, it's harmony. Not striving, but speaking. And when you speak with divine alignment, the game doesn't resist you, it assists you. Still not sure it works? Florence said, "Man must prepare for the thing he has asked for, even though there is no sign of it in sight." That means faith isn't passive, it's action-based. Speak your abundance, and live like it's coming. Set the table, open the bank account, create the space. And while you do, speak. Because words backed by expectancy are the most powerful force in the universe. Let's go deeper. Words also shape identity. If you speak as a victim, you'll play like one. But speak as a victor, and the game rearranges itself around your new identity. Say, "I am blessed, I am chosen, I am favored," and say it like you mean it. No whispering, no doubting. Say it like it's true now, because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between fact and repetition. And what you repeat, you become. One of Florence's most radical ideas was this: you can't just wish your way to abundance. You have to word your way there, and the word must be precise. No mixed signals. No "I hope so" energy. Only, "it is done" energy. So the next time you're tempted to speak fear, pause, replace it with faith. Instead of, "It's too hard," say, "This is working out better than I imagined." Instead of, "What if I fail?" say, "I am guided, guarded, and guaranteed to win." Speak it, over and over, and watch the game obey your command. Let's bring this home. Your words are your power-ups. Your declarations are the buttons that activate new outcomes. And your voice, it's the soundtrack of your reality. You can shift the level you're on just by shifting your speech. So do it now. Don't wait for signs, be the sign. Speak like the winner Florence knew you could be. Speak with boldness, clarity, and unstoppable joy. Because in the game of life, the one who speaks abundance, wins abundance. Say it with me now: "My supply is infinite, my path is clear, my words create miracles, and my abundance is non-negotiable." Ready to change your level? Loop the truth. Speak your victory. Win your game. Follow for more cheat codes. Your next level is listening. Life has never been against you. The only thing that's ever been against you is the belief that something could ever be against you. That is the final level of this game, where you stop blaming, where you stop fearing, where you stop looking outside for your next move, and realize the power has always been in your hands. Florence Scovel Shinn taught us that every word spoken is a command to the subconscious. Every sentence is a signal. Every phrase is a prophecy. So when you speak defeat, defeat draws near. When you speak truth, truth clears the way. And when you speak abundance, life begins to rise in alignment with your declaration. The mistake most players make: they try to win by fighting. But this is not a game of force. It's a game of flow. You don't climb higher by pushing. You ascend by aligning. You don't get what you want by chasing. You receive what you affirm. And in this moment, you are either affirming fear or affirming faith. Which one have you chosen? The old game was based on reaction. Something happened and you responded. But the real game, Shinn's game, is based on initiation. You move first, you declare first, you believe first, and reality shifts second. That's the reversal. That's the hidden law. So many wait for signs before they believe, but the master player believes first, and the sign follows. That's the new game. That's the upgraded version. You can't wait for proof to believe, because belief itself is the proof. Say it again: belief itself is the proof. Life is not about trying harder, it's about thinking clearer, speaking clearer, loving deeper, trusting louder. There are no extra points for stress, no trophies for doubt, no rewards for worry. But peace, peace is the real currency. And it flows to the player who surrenders the need to control and embraces the joy of co-creation. Do you remember the cheat code? It's this: I look with wonder at that which is before me. That is how you turn the game in your favor. That is how you activate new possibilities. That is how you invite blessings before you even see them. Florence wasn't just speaking poetic metaphysics. She was handing you a divine remote control. With your words, you pause the panic. With your words, you fast forward the breakthrough. With your words, you skip scenes of suffering and jump into timelines of peace. But you must play intentionally. You must speak with precision. You must affirm with joy. The enemy is not outside. The enemy is the inner voice that says, "This is too hard. This won't work. You'll never change." That voice is a glitch in the code. It's not your truth. It's not your destiny. It's just a leftover echo from an old version of you. So update, upgrade, uplift. Play this game like someone who already won. Because according to Florence's law, if you can imagine it, and declare it, and expect it, it is already yours. The invisible becomes visible the moment you release doubt. What if your only job today was to trust completely? What if your only task was to speak only what you wish to experience? What if you stop replaying the same negative level again and again? And press new game. Yes, you have that power. Right now. Not when things look better. Not when someone finally understands you. Not when the bank account is full. Right now. Start again. Declare again. Win again. Because the truth is, every game has levels. And every level has a test. You're not failing. You're leveling up. The resistance you feel is not rejection. It's redirection. It's the game telling you, try a new move, speak a new word, believe a new truth. And when you do, watch how quickly the walls fall. Watch how fast the energy shifts. Watch how light returns where darkness once sat. There are no final bosses in this game, only final beliefs. And when you change the belief, the entire level transforms. Are you ready for the next level? Then speak like it. Think like it, act like it, give like it, believe like it. Florence Scovel Shinn didn't just write about the game, she mastered it, and she left you every clue, every tool, every step, and most of all, every affirmation. Say this one: I now prepare for the perfect blessings. The divine plan is unfolding, and I am at peace. Again, I now prepare for the perfect blessings. The divine plan is unfolding, and I am at peace. That is how you play. That is how you shift. That is how you unlock levels no one told you were possible. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not late. You are simply playing the game in divine order. And every moment is your opportunity to declare again, I am a winner in the game of life. Let go of needing to know every step. Just follow the next inspired move. This game is spiritual, not logical. It is intuitive, not strategic. And the players who win are not the ones who rush. They're the ones who remember. Remember the truth. Remember the source. Remember the law. What I seek is seeking me. That's your compass. That's your map. That's your guarantee. And if you've been feeling lost, press pause. Take a breath. Speak love. Speak clarity. Speak alignment. And the level will appear. You're not here to survive this game. You're here to shine through it. You're not here to beat others. You're here to beat your old limitations. You're not here to chase outcomes. You're here to choose energy. And you get to choose now. Will you choose fear? Or will you choose faith? Will you choose control? Or will you choose co-creation? Will you choose doubt? Or will you choose destiny? Say it with me now. I choose destiny. Again, I choose destiny. One more time. I choose destiny. And with that, the game shifts. You are now a conscious player. And conscious players don't lose. They learn, they loop, they level up, and they light the way for others to win too. So, ready to change your game? Then follow for more cheat codes. Because your next level starts now.